Welcome back to Tips for Tracking. Today we've got 5 more tips to help you track your food and hit your macros easily. Let's jump right in. Tip number 6. Scan the barcode on the nutrition facts label on the back of the packaged food you eat to ensure you're logging the most accurate information for the foods you're eating. Unfortunately, a lot of things get entered incorrectly or incompletely on MyFitnessPal. Save yourself the headache of realizing too late you tracked something you didn't actually eat and just scan the barcode of the foods you eat when tracking. MyFitnessPal will save anything you enter into a recent folder, so you'll only need to do this once to make sure you're always tracking the right foods. Tip number 7. Weigh out highly palatable foods. For foods like peanut butter or ice cream, where you're more likely to want to lick the spoon, place the food on a scale and weigh out of it instead of onto your plate. This way, your food diary will more accurately portray what you're eating. A few untracked licks of peanut butter spoons add up much quicker than we realize, and can often be the culprit of sudden weight loss stalls and surprising weight gain. Accurately track what you're eating and weigh out of highly palatable foods instead of weighing onto your plate. Tip number 8. Flip your phone horizontally to see per meal macro breakdowns. If you scroll through MyFitnessPal vertically, you'll see all the individual foods you ate during any one given meal. Flip your phone horizontally and you can see not only how many calories, protein, carbs, and fat you ate of each individual food in your meal, but the total calorie and macro breakdown for the whole meal as well. This can make tweaking with meals to fit treats or new recipes into your day a lot easier than flipping back and forth between your one meal and the totals for the whole day. This can also help you see if any one meal is making the rest of your day more difficult than it needs to be. You can see in this example then that the third meal I ate today had 295 calories, 21 grams carbs, 9 grams fat, and 28 grams protein. That's because I flipped my phone horizontally instead of just scrolling through MyFitnessPal vertically. Tip number 9, weigh your food. Measuring your food by weight instead of measuring cup will lead to more accurate food tracking. Scales are much more accurate and reliable than measuring cups, which all have their own manufacturing error and can morph over time. When I weigh out 1 serving of oatmeal, I can make sure I only shake out and ultimately eat 1 serving, or 40 grams. On the other hand, when I use a half cup measuring cup to make oatmeal, I think I'm only eating 1 serving when I'm really having over 25% more. That's almost 50 extra calories from just one food at one meal from using a measuring cup instead of weight to measure out my food. Tip number 10. If the reason you're going over your carb goal for the day is because you're eating too many vegetables, so be it. The majority of us are not bikini competitors and do not need to be spot on with hitting our macros. If we're searching to be healthier, don't limit your veggies just to hit your macros perfectly. Tip number 11, play with serving sizes. Just because the nutrition facts label is for 1 serving doesn't mean you're limited to that. Don't be afraid to have half a serving, a quarter of a serving, or even 4/3 of a serving. If you have an odd amount of any macro left over, you can probably have 10 grams more rice or 5 grams more peanut butter and get to eat all of your food instead of leaving some perfectly good tasting macros on the table.